What's up, everybody? And welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. And we're in a very weird place. And as you can see, we're all pretty beat up. And we don't have a lot of health left. So, I originally intended to get another episode in earlier today. However, I ended up running around all day long, having to do things like pretty much jumping in my car and driving to do this, and then jump in my car and driving to do that, and drop off my kid for one thing, pick him up later on, do this, do that, and the gist of it was pretty much whenever I would leave, I didn't have enough time in between my next trip to do an episode, because it would be like half an hour later. So I really just ended up just getting caught up doing a million things, and then as the evening went on, I had more nonsense to deal with. So oh, see, it seems that I am losing my internet connection for some reason. Huh. Well, I hope that this is still broadcasting, because according to this, our internet is gone. That's interesting. Well, I'm not going to start doing anything until I can figure out what the hell is going on here. Let me look, see if I have any service on my phone. Not Wi-Fi. Alright, everybody. This is an interesting conundrum. I'm going to... give me a moment. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, well, apparently, according to my brother, he still has Wi-Fi in his room. We all live in the same house. Yes, we're not kids anymore, but we do live together. So let me see. Let's see if this comes up. Well, it's broadcasting on my phone. It's very strange. So, I'm just going to keep going. So, as long as this is working all right. Disconnect. Connect. Sorry that for the beginning of this we're just standing around, but okay, and now suddenly Suddenly we have connection. I'm guessing. I mean, it's still broadcasting from my phone, so if it pops up on my laptop, even better. So, okay, well, let's get on with it. As you can see, we're in deep doo-doo. So from where the last episode, we fought the big demon dragon, and it crashed us down into this nether world here, and all of a sudden we have to try to figure out how to get out of here and where we are and all that fun stuff. And obviously, since we're in the Fade, we're going to see lots of bag of, oh, supply cache. That's convenient. You take that. You take that. So everything seems to be working now. I don't know what that was all about. That was just very weird. Alright, so we don't have any real idea of what we're supposed to do other than to be creeped out by everything that you see. Headless guy holding a jar. Spirits. Well, let's go kill the spirits, because if there's anything we know how to do. The nice thing here, though, is that at least we do have extra people with us. Investigate. Fears of the Dreamers, the Pilgrim. I came to the Temple of Sacred Ashes with the faithful, ready to help at the conclave. I prayed to the Maker for peace, but the mountains shook and fell and buried me. Alone in the darkness, my legs crushed. I cried in fear of a world with no Maker, fading in and out of dreams like monsters inside the black. Light my final hours, let me go to the Maker without the terrors of darkness confounding me. Okay.
Should we look around?
We should look around. We're gonna look around. I bet you it's... Look at that. Okay, so... Found a candle. So we're gonna replace the candle here. Oh, there's someone sitting there. Pretty neat. So we took that person. A plea from the warrior to the spirits. The wolves were our allies. In the old days before Andraste, before the Maker, we knew this to be so. But man grew tired of the chase, the hunt, the truth of fang and steel and blood. Man put seeds in the ground, tended cattle and chickens, and built fences to keep the wolves away. Man bred hounds that would heel and sit and obey, and told himself that the hounds were just as good. Now the darkspawn come again. They break our fences, kill our cattle and chickens, burn our crops. Our dogs cower with tails between their legs, or if they fight, they fall to the poison of darkspawn blood. We are dying, and I am shamed by my cowardice. The ways of man and hound are not enough. I come to you, spirits of the old forest. I who built fences, I who came with fire and steel to drive you away. I come to you because fear has made my arms weak. I ask you for unforgiving rage to make them strong again. Kill the hound in my heart and grow strong from the meat on its bones. In its place, give me the wolf. Words caught in the bloody ripples of ancient water in the Fade, somehow remembered. Nothing good here. And obviously up there is where we want to go next, but there's still area here to be explored. Do we have little green ghosties floating around? Yes, we do. How dare you hit me with weakened? I didn't really need to pick that up. I think that's...
I don't like it here.
I know you don't. Cool thing is I just put my magic up. Okay, that was weird. Let's not have those things glow. Let's not have those things glow. Let's not let those things that glow flow through us like it just did. Because I think that's probably bad. Naturally, there's things hidden around the corner. Is this long? It's long enough. Okay, let's go on up. Look who it is.
By the Maker. Could that be?
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion.
Divine Justinian. What are you, a spirit? A demon? The real Divine couldn't have survived Haven.
Couldn't she? How much of Haven do you truly remember? You think my survival impossible, yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Surely you can understand our concerns and explain what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
No, I don't.
The memories you have lost were taken by the demon that serves Corypheus. It is the nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror. The false calling that terrified the Wardens into making such grave mistakes? Its work.
I would gladly avenge the insult this nightmare dealt my brethren.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness is its lair.
Corypheus seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know not how he commands his army of demons. His power may come from the Blight itself, but the nightmare serves willingly. For Corypheus has brought much terror to this world. He was one of the Magisters who unleashed the first Blight upon the world, was he not? Every child's cry as the Archdemon circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The nightmare has fed well.
How do we hurt it?
We should likely focus on escaping the Fade first.
You hurt it by escaping the Fade and leading your people against Corypheus.
That wasn't what I meant.
I know. But for now, it is the best answer I can give you. When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
Terrific. I have to kill my memories.
Run while you can! Warn them!
What's going on here?
Why are you doing this? You, of all people! Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone, help me!
What's going on here?
So, your mark did not come from Andraste. It came from the orb Corypheus used in his ritual.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, the orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
Well, I will say this is what I suspected because we were told this much.
I never thought Andraste did this. I did this myself. Through my actions. No maker required.
And now you may be certain. You cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you. You have recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here. You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
Something troubles you, Hawk.
Those were Grey Wardens holding the Divine in that vision. Their actions led to her death.
I assumed he had taken their minds, as you have seen him do before. Come, we can argue after we escape this dark place.
Oh, I intend to.
Calm down, Hawk.
Do you think that was truly the Divine?
Well, I have no idea if it's a spirit who's not acting like one. No demon would have been so helpful without asking something in return.
And the nightmare? From what she said, I don't look forward to meeting it.
It's nothing like me. I make people forget to help them. It eats their fears. I don't know if I could do that, but I don't. I don't want to. That's not me.
letter written in a shaking hand. Son, by the time you read this, the Darkspawn poison will have claimed me. We gave it all at Starkhaven, and we bought time for the Wardens to slay the Archdemon, but when I smelled the corruption in my wound, I knew I would not live to see you again. Virus will want men to search the battlefield. He sees Starkhaven as rising to the greatness, and the weapons of 100 dead Grey Wardens lying unclaimed on the ground will help him conquer the free marches. You must refuse. The battlefield is soaked in poison, and no speech, no bullying, no taunts about cowardice can change that. Anything that roams that battlefield now will die. Stall him however you must, and watch for the crows. Those birds have the good sense to fear the blight. When you see them gather, then you will know that the poison is gone, and it is safe to search the battlefield for trinkets to satisfy Pyrrhus. I will not be here to guide you, son, so you must learn from the crows. They watch patiently, and they let their fear keep them alive. Please, I beg you, watch the crows and do the same. Sora. Hold on, I'm going to take that. I don't really have that much stuff on me except for valuables. I think that's the main thing, is I got a ton of valuables. Get out of the way, Nungums. Come on. Hello? Nope, don't need it.
We have a visitor. Some foolish little boy comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from his shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think that pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home. So by all means, let me return what you have forgotten.
I expected worse.
These foes are likely but servants of the true demon.
Pity.
Claws of Dumat. Alright, you know what? I'm going to read this. Master unveiled a new altar. It stands higher than a man, like a great statue, and great spikes jut out from its length, hungry for blood. Master calls it the Claw of Dumat, and says that the altar will help bring Deventer to glory. I praised it, as was expected, and Master smiled. It was good to see him smile again. He has been fearful of late, vexed by the loss of followers. He has met with the other priests, and in secret. I have heard them discussing ways to return the people of Deventer to the ways of the old gods, as is only just. He spoke to me later in the day, and asked that I call him Corypheus, as it was the name he would take for himself after a ritual. Master, now Corypheus, told me that my people, the elves of old, were tied to the Fade, and that in order to carry out the will of Dumat, he would need to call upon the magic that lives in our blood. Corypheus told me to gather all of the elven servants and bring them to the western hall of our home at midnight. That is the hall where the Claw of Dumat is now kept. There are shackles across the top of the great altar and pools lined with runes beneath the claws. I have sent my wife and children away, but I have not warned the others. A few I may save. If I tried to save us all, we would only be killed in some other way, and others would die in our place. Master once laughed and joked. He could be stern, but he was not a cruel man. The weakening of the temples brought fear into his heart, and that fear has changed him. The cuts upon his arms are deeper and longer where he used his blood magic more often. He speaks to his wife little. He listens only to the voices in his dreams. It's almost midnight. The Claw of Dumat, great and spiked and merciless, is all my mind can see. I must gather the others. My family is safe. Corypheus will take me, but not those I love. Words somehow preserved in blood at the statue's base. Not the statue. Liz. What am I missing here? Nah. I don't use it. Fear of the Dreamers, the Freeholder. I watched the Blight take my land. I had nowhere to go. I tended the fields as I had, even as my flock died and my family sickened. My body racked with pain and chills. I saw too late the person that had crept into the land. In my fever dreams, the sickness covered this whole world, and I wept in fear for the family I killed with my foolish pride. Show me that this world survives. Show me that the poison does not take everything. Ooh, gain a constitution. Is this where we came from? No. Funny how that one, the book said follow the, or the letter said follow the crows. There's crows. Dexterity goes up 1.
Be ready! I'm guessing those aren't friendly either!
Nope. They're just demon spiders. That's all.
What's this?
Excerpts from a journal. They think they own us, think they decide whether we live or die. They sit there smug in their armor, ready to cut off our heads for the slightest transgression, as though we don't strive every day to stay sane, to keep the demons away. They can't control us any longer, and I won't go back to the circle, not ever. I thought about it last night, being back in the tower, their eyes on me, and all of it came back. All the years, head down, don't clench your fingers, be a good mage, be a quiet mage. And I realized I don't want to make peace with the Templars. I want them to burn. I want it so badly that the bed caught fire and wouldn't go out until Evan iced it all over. It's still there inside me. I want them to feel the fear they made me feel. I want them to know what it's like. We're leaving for the Conclave in a few hours. If those bastards so much as blink the wrong way, I'll let them see what an apostate looks like. From the Journal of an Unknown Mage. Oh, hi. Okay, he's dead again. Okay, this is what we just read. Okay, so do we go that way, or do we backtrack and go... Hang on. Let's go down here. Right? Actually, this looks more like it's going to head in the direction we need to go in. And this might be the shorter. Go up, check out an area, and then turn around and... I don't know, we'll see.
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition.
You should be.
Like Blackwall. There's nothing like a Grey Warden, and you are nothing like a Grey Warden.
I'll show you a warden's strength, beast.
You're a dick, Corypheus. Assuming it's Corypheus that's speaking. Because it could be that Corypheus is actually being possessed by a demon himself. And is a pawn in some other demon's schemes. Ah, people!
Are you afraid, Cole? I can help you forget, just like you help other people. We're so very much alike, you and I.
No.
You know what, dude? We can't wait to kill you. Cunning. Up one. Just want to make sure there wasn't something that I missed. You guys are just going to repopulate the area that we were already clearing out.
Greetings, Dorian. It is Dorian, isn't it? For a moment I mistook you for your father.
Rather uncalled for.
I kind of wish I had Sarah with me right now. Just to see what he'd say. Creepy crawly spider things. Excerpt from a journal. I went to Deventer when I was a child. I remember dragon statues everywhere, big ones. I shivered as I walked between them, afraid they were going to bite me or breathe fire. My parents hushed me and told me the Magisters liked the dragons as a sign of their power. Dragons are beasts, mindless, terrible. The archdemon that comes with each blight is an offense to the Maker. We know all these things, but the Magisters don't care. And it's the same with the mages. So much danger, so much power in their hands, not ready for it, and the mages only wish to celebrate themselves. The Magisters are what the mages of Ferelden and Orlais want to be, our rulers, holding us in terror so that we wonder if they will bite as we walk by them. I joined the Templars to keep such mages under control. I have killed many since the rebellion we all saw coming. Now the Divine wishes us to meet them at the Conclave and give them a chance to make peace. I will go, I will smile, but if the dragon statue looks ready to bite, I will strike first. I am not a child, and I will not be afraid. From the Journal of an Unnamed Templar. Okay, there's spiders. Let's bury her up and kill the spiders.
Did you think you mattered, Hawk? Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? You're a failure, and your family died knowing it.
Of course.
Small fears. Too small to shape the Fade themselves. Clinging to the nightmare. Feeding on the bits it leaves behind.
And they take the form of spiders. Something so many fear.
Spiders? That is not what I saw.
They want your fear, so they look how you feel.
Huh. Forgot that. So we see spiders, so obviously spiders give our character the heebie-jeebies. How long is this? We can read it. The Birth of Fear. In an elegant script. You are too young to worry so, my child. Write your worries down here. All of your fears are smaller once you have defined them. Listed in a child's shaky hand. What if Darkspawn come back? Father said one day he'll die. Darkspawn underground. Darkspawn under our house. Darkspawn coming up from basement. The sun will die. Black bits on bread could be blight. Getting sick and dying from blight. Grey Wardens coming to make Father go back. Father dying fighting Darkspawn. Dark patch on Father's arm that he hides from Mother. Father says he hears music. From a letter lying near a cluster of spider eggs. No, because I already have one of these.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape. With each moment, it grows stronger. We cannot tarry long.
You must know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
As must you. The answer lies in your memories, lost to the nightmare when you last walked the Fade.
Or you could just tell me.
Would you trust my words? Trust what you have seen.
What can you tell me about this mark on my hand?
You already know how the mark came to be upon your hand. As for what it is the needle that pulls the thread, as well as the key.
I don't understand.
It is the needle that passes through the veil, as little else can. You are the thread, and it is the key that locks or unlocks the door to the Fade. It lets you walk in the Fade physically, and survive. Without it, Corypheus must find another way to the Black City. It is part of you now, and cannot be removed without your death.
So all of this is just a dream? Part of the Fade?
It is not just a dream. The minds of mankind are made real here. Their hopes, their loves, and their fears. What changes their world also changes this one. And yours are footsteps that move mountains in both. Tread carefully, Inquisitor. This ground is more treacherous than you know.
So can you tell me what you are?
I told you. I am helping you.
Yes, but are you her, or some kind of Fade remnant of her, or a spirit imitating her?
Our world is never that simple. What if the answer is none of those things? Or all of them? I am what the Maker made me. The question is, are you what the Maker made you, Inquisitor?
I was meant to become the Inquisitor.
But what is the Inquisitor? And how will it change the world? You believe in your purpose, and that is good. That is your power.
You still haven't answered my question. What are you?
I am what you see. All other answers rest in you.
Tell me why you're here. Why take part in this?
After heaven, I hid here. I watched quietly, learned what I could, and searched for some way to help. And then you came.
I don't know what that means.
Corypheus and the Nightmare do an injustice to the world. You must stop them. Perhaps you were meant to stop them. Perhaps that is why I am here.
I'd like to know more about the Nightmare.
It is not simply fear. It is the terror you cannot remember, the horror your mind erases to protect you. When old memories no longer make the veteran soldier's hand tremble, it is because the Nightmare has taken them. Most people avoid their fears. It is simple for the demon to steal the darkest fragments. They forget, and it feeds. Corypheus has helped it grow monstrous.
It makes people forget the worst parts of their fears. It almost sounds like the Nightmare is helping people.
Perhaps it was, once. But now, it helps none but Corypheus. By his hand, it creates more fear and grows even stronger. In any case, robbing people of their fears is never a kindness. At best, it is a mistake born of compassion. Without fear, and pain, and failure, we cannot learn. We cannot grow, as you cannot grow until you recover all that was taken from you.
We should keep moving.
Well, you kind of said more confusing stuff than anything else. Time to go to the fight. Oop, oop, oop.
Keep running!
That was loud.
Go!
Trip balls again.
Beach back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
The demon!
Keep running!
Ah!
It was you. They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then she died.
Yes.
So this creature is simply a spirit.
I think we all knew that was the case, Warden.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
Are you a memory of the Divine? A reflection?
If that is the story you wish to tell, it is not a bad one.
What we do know is that the mortal Divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
As I said, the Grey Wardens responsible for that crime were under the control of Corypheus. We can discuss this further once we return to Adamant.
Yes, Adamant, where the Inquisition faces an army of demons raised by the Wardens.
How dare you judge us? You tore Kirkwall apart and started the Mage Rebellion.
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. Even without the influence of Corypheus, the Wardens go too far. They need to be checked.
The blood sings softly, it never stops, and then it's all they hear. We can't let them hurt more people.
What are you saying? You want to get rid of the Wardens? Everyone makes mistakes. They would have died to save us.
They might still be useful. What if Corypheus conjures another blight? You never know.
Sweetmaker, could both of you please shut up? We can argue once we've escaped from the giant fear demon.
Inquisitor!
Spiders!
The nightmare has found us.
Form up! I'm with you.
Whatever she is our way out of here.
letter to be found. There's a hastily written note, but there was a letter. Let's read the letter first. Letter in child's simple writing. The door is open. Mother said to run. She said the Darkspawn were coming. She wanted me to go. The door is open. It was closed when I left. She said she would be right behind me. She said not to come back, no matter what. The lamps are lit all over the village, even during the day, to see through the smoke. Mother should be here by now. But the door is open. I'm going to look inside. Clearly, that was not a good idea. Now, there's a hastily written note over here. Note left by a burning candle. Lynette, the breach is sealed, and the war between the Templars and mages is finally over. All our fear and terror is finally ending as the Order returns to this world. I wish you could see the people celebrating at Haven. It's everything you would have wanted when you left for the Conclave. I will make your sacrifice a worthy one. What we do here with the fledgling Inquisition will shape all of Thedas. I will make you proud. Your flame will burn forever as a beacon of hope. Something is happening. The ground is shaking and the soldiers are running to the gates. Rest well at the Maker's side, my daughter. I will sing your memory again soon. Love, Elohim. We got more uglies to deal with. Investigate this and make another demon appear. The Grey Warden. I joined the Wardens to serve in glory. No blade could touch me, nor any claw pierce my armor. Still, I was fated by joining to die. Alone in the deep roads, the calling in my mind. I sat by the last campfire I would see, allowing myself one last night of terror, and cursed the fate that brought me here. Let it be my choice to have served and died. Let it be nobility rather than the dread hand of fate. Destroy my destiny and let this be my decision. Okay.
Warden Stroud, how must it feel to devote your whole life to the Wardens, only to watch them fall? Or worse, to know that you were responsible for their destruction? When the next blight comes, will they curse your name?
With the Maker's blessing, you will end in vengeance.
You know what? Just in case. Just in case. I don't think I have a second one of those, but I also don't know if I really need it, but, you know. Since I know Dorian uses that power quite a bit, it might be worth giving it to him as well. Whispers written in red lyrium. We are here. We have waited. We have slept. We have sundered. We are sundered. We are crippled. We are polluted. We endure. We wait. We have found the dreams again. We will awaken. Ooh, scary.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself, The demon army you fear, I command it. They are bound all through me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
Yep, typical bad guy needing to brag. Just can't keep his mouth shut. This is what you get for bragging.
They still remember when they were higher, before it woke up and everything fell.
The laws of nature in the Fade. Is this long? Yeah, so if you guys want to read this, pause the video and read it on your own. Should we go up or should we go down? Maybe we can see clearly down there is a whole bunch of demons to fight. So let's go up here and see if there's, well, I'm sure there'll be things to fight, but see if there's stuff to discover first. Nope, I don't need that. That's the toughest part about all of this, is knowing what path to take.
Faster, vast, but that's a big one.
It feeds on our fear. Let it go hungry tonight.
You won't hurt my friends.
There's a couple of them too. He's not alone. Add to the fun. Ouch. Stuffed animal. Inscribed words. Memories etched in stone and blood. I made the expected offerings this morning, but the gods remained silent. The priests are frightened. All of Tevinter is frightened. Our gods have led our people for centuries. Now they have gone still. Are we alone here in this world, no better than the savages of the south who beg for guidance from spirits? And what of the strange creatures who come from underground, like our friends the dwarves? These spawn of the darkness and the plague they carry. Why do our gods not protect us from this? Now the ground shakes. The statue cuts my hand as I fall against it. A great roar sounds. It is massive, shaking the temple market, and I see the silhouette cut the sky. It is a dragon. No, it is Dumat. I have made the offering so many times. His form is as familiar as my own hand. He has returned in glory to destroy these darkspawn that threaten us, to lead Tevinter back to an age of glory and wonder. But no, his scales are sickly and mottled, his form twisted and corrupt like the darkspawn themselves. He opens his great maw, and fire billows forth, igniting the market. The flames rush towards me. What did we do wrong? Memory is somehow caught in the blood on an ancient Tevinter statue. The child. Haven is burned. Mama cries when I'm not looking. It's cold in the mountains and my feet hurt, but Mama says to hush, that others have it worse. She says a monster named Corypheus came to Haven, and it was only the Maker's blessing that let us escape. I don't feel blessed. The monsters come every night when I sleep, and I don't want to wake Mama crying again. I miss Sir Snort. Sir Snort always kept the monsters away in my dreams. Everything's just kind of twisting and floating. Meanwhile, down there... What, spider? Not anymore. So I know that the divine spirit thing is over there, but we gotta go over here because I'm certain that there's something missing. Yep, of course there is.
Hard to outrun anything in this swamp.
The Scholar. The Darkspawn were new. When Magisters had just brought them to our world with their sin, I was among the first to call myself a Grey Warden and swear to end the blight that threatened our world. We had seen the Archdemon die from mortal blows, only to rise again from the body of one of its servants. It could not die. I had searched in vain for some way to kill the beast and save my world. I slept in fear, with no solution, knowing only that the blight the Magisters had brought would destroy everything because I could not save it. Show me what must be done to slay the Archdemon. Show me what I need to save the world. Okay, let's kill these guys. Damn it. How come they hit you no matter what? I guess there was nothing down here? So, in other words, we really didn't have to come down this way. didn't have to come down here at all. But that's fine. If we did nothing else, we cleared out a few more bad spirits. Oh, hello. Oh, look, it's one of my favorite things ever over there. The witch thing. It's everyone's biggest fears. So Sarah's biggest fear is the nothing. Interesting. Time to die, little mini raptors. Cool scene up there.
Look!
What? What are we panicking about? Hello. How are you? You can die now. Right, incredibly uncool. Oh, Hello? I'm just kind of waiting on hitting that supply cache until I absolutely have to hit it. Oh, hello. Oh, I completely spaced out and didn't realize I hit the thing already. I just wasted several potions on absolute minimal health gain. Dope. Oh well. Okay, so she wants us to go that way, but what about up here? We come from up here? Yes. Okay. Wasn't sure.
You must get through the rift, Inquisitor. Get through, and then slam it closed with all your strength. That will banish the army of demons and exile this cursed creature to the farthest reaches of the Fate.
Well, that's the plan. Or do I have to? I guess I have to take it down there.
The rift! We're almost there.
Meanwhile, look at that thing. I couldn't remember exactly what it looked like, but I remembered that when we got to the end of this, we definitely got to see some cool looking demon. Look at that! That is the nightmare. You ugly fool.
If you would, please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I failed you too.
You're ugly.
You are nothing.
Stay strong!
Nope. Now's the time to use it. Oh, hello.
You will die in agony.
Maybe invited the ugly spider babies to the party. Yeah. Ouch. He needs to knock it off of just jumping all over creation nonsense. Like that.
I grow fat on your fear. You cannot stand against me.
Yeah, except that we are. You figure that out, pal. Yeah.
We need to clear a path! Go! I'll cover you.
No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A Warden must...
A Warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.
One of them is here. Stroud.
Stroud?
Inquisitor, it has been an honor. For the Warden!
Saw him fall right there. Oh well, sorry, Stroud. Not that we want to lose either one of them, but Hawk is the one that we knew the longest. Not that we knew him that long, but we also know that Varric and Cassandra both have a history with that guy, whereas Stroud not so much. And ultimately, you know, Stroud felt guilty about the Grey Wardens being involved, and you know, him sacrificing himself is like a bit of atonement for the Grey Wardens in general. So that's how I justify my decision. Hello. I'm back, bitches.
She was right. Without the nightmare to control them, the mages are free. And Corypheus loses his demon army. Though as far as they're all concerned, the Inquisitor broke the spell with the blessing of the Maker.
Once they understand what really happened.
Honestly, after all the death they've seen, perhaps it would be better to let them believe the legend.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons. We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake. Where is Stroud?
He died for your idiocy. No.
Warden Stroud died, striking a blow against a servant of the Blight. We will honor his sacrifice, and remember how he exemplified the ideals of the Grey Wardens, even as Corypheus and his servants tried to destroy you all from within.
Inquisitor, we have no one left of any significant rank. What do we do now?
The Grey Wardens help the Inquisition. They may be vulnerable to corruption. The Wardens are banished from Relay. They do not help the Inquisition. Well, of course we want them to join us.
You stay and do whatever you can to help. Stroud died for the ideals of the Wardens. In war, victory. And we are still at war. Do you believe the Wardens can still help?
I do, your worship.
You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori. But there are plenty of demons that need killing.
But they hurt people.
While they do that, I'll inform the Wardens at Weishaupt what's happened. Best they not get caught off guard.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
Good luck, Inquisitor. It's been an honor. And take care of Varric for me.
So we will now be back in Skyhold. So what we'll do now is we'll go around Skyhold, we'll talk to some people, we'll go to the war room and end any missions that we've already set, and put people out on new ones. But that'll be the very last thing we do, just because as we walk around talking to some of our people, we might get new missions handed to us.
Hawk sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. You dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
We owe much of that to Stroud. And to the Divine.
Yes. While you bested Corypheus here and at Halam Shiral, he himself was not present either time. We fear he's close to finding another way to enter the Fade. When you have a moment, Colin and Josephine are waiting in the war room with an update.
Even more reason for that to be the last thing we do.
Like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She seemed calm, serene even. And she guided us the whole way through.
That does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is now later. Are you frozen in place? Okay, that's the same thing we've read before. I don't know if I read this or not. No, apparently not. A fine time to close a border. The news is dire. There are rumors that our Warden brothers and sisters in Ferelden have all perished. Without the Grey Wardens, the Blight will take Ferelden. Then it will undoubtedly spread. It will go north to Navarra and to the Marches. It will come west to Orlais. At the head will be an archdemon. And in his wake... And in its wake will come thousands upon thousands of Darkspawn. We must be ready to stare squarely into the eyes of Oblivion. Many of you have asked why we remain here when such threats are mounting in the east. The problem, you see, is not a new one for us. Politics. To say Ferelden and Orlais have been at odds is an understatement. These two are like dogs and cats. We Wardens are Orlesian by address only, but that does not seem to matter to Ferelden's leaders. Word is that the king of Ferelden is dead, and his successor, Logan Maktir, decrees that no Warden set foot in the country. Maktir, a national hero who helped expel invading Orlesian forces from Ferelden, seems to have it out for our order too. Maybe he doubts our abilities. Maybe he's more foolish than the history books make him out to be. This is why we must wait, even as Ferelden willingly welcomes its fate. An address by Warden Constable Blackwall of Val Shevin to his recruits, 930 Dragon. Okay. That I've read. I was about to look for the staircase up, and then it dawned on me that I'm as high up as you can get in this room.
I set aside an entire shelf for Grey Warden lore, and so far it's not even half full. Those Wardens and their secrets.
Yeah, real bummer.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
Okay.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
I'm told you gave the Grey Wardens another chance, Inquisitor. Would I have done the same, I wonder? Forgiveness can be difficult. I hope the Order values what you've done, and gives you no reason to regret it.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security. Although, who knows for how long?
Okay, we had that conversation.
I'll leave you to it.
Boom, boom. Dorian.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halam Sharal? Cows milking farmers?
I take it you don't agree?
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
And of course, that's the flirt option, yep.
What would be wrong with that exactly?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
I should go.
You know where I'll be.
Bum, bum. Hello, Solus. I imagine you have something to say. But first, I'm just going to take this book away from you. Oh, there's something up there. Okay, for a second I didn't think I read this. Sister Leliana, as per your request, I have made a thorough examination of the fresco adorning the rotunda. I first attempted to clarify its intent with Messire Solus. Forgive me, I know he is not titled within the structure of the Inquisition, but the more I learn of his experience, the more awkward I feel not using a formal honorific. On the mural, all Monsieur would say is, Skyhold is his fortress, meaning, of course, the Inquisitor. These are his actions. He is, of course, correct. The subject of each edition is self-evident. On the medium and method, it is elven fresco, pigment and plaster, and it is grand. I have rarely been privileged to observe such skill as it is applied. It is considered, with long periods of study before the image emerges, whole cloth and with certainty. It speaks of how I imagine elves view the world and the measured nature of their step. I should expect such competence from Monsieur, given his probable years of study, but it is still an amazing work, demonstrating an art with few living practitioners, even among the Dalish. Archivist Bannon. Jump. Boop. Okay, let's talk.
Inquisitor, Do you have a moment? What were you like before the anchor? Has it affected you? Changed you in any way? Your mind? Your morals? Your spirit?
I don't believe so.
Ah.
Why do you ask?
You show a wisdom I have not seen since my deepest journeys into the ancient memories of the Fade. You are not what I expected.
What have I done that's so surprising?
Humans are short-sighted, brutish, blind to the beauty of the Fade. Their minds cast in a duality of black and white. But you have shown a subtlety in your actions. A wisdom that goes against everything I know of your people.
I'm just one part of this team, Solus. What about Cassandra or Liliana?
Cassandra separates matters of faith from those of the world. And she above all should understand how limited that is. Liliana has a brilliant mind, but her faith was damaged. To her, it is all a game of tactics now. But not you.
So what does this mean, Solus?
It means that I respect you deeply, Inquisitor. And I have disturbed you enough for one evening.
And that's the most emotional that Solus will get. Let's change outfits. Cool. Aha. So it is time to sit in judgment again. Now the question is, do we do this now or do we go talk to people first? Maybe we do that now.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Many places felt the pain of adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground ye trod in your pathetic life. I serve the living God. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
I'm torn between killing him outright or making him tranquil. Christ. Well, you know what? Making anyone tranquil as a mage well, there's two problems with making, so I'm not going to make him tranquil, but the two problems I was going to say is, one, that might piss off like Dorian and Solus and Vivienne because I'm doing something like that to him as a mage, and since they're mages it might piss them off. But the other thing is, there was, at some point we read something where someone was, there was mention made of someone who was already tranquil being unmade tranquil. So what if we made him tranquil and then we find out, oh, guess what? He was brought back by evil powers. So, quite honestly, this guy killed a whole lot of people. Fuck him. He deserves to die.
Lord Erimond, any protection you thought you had has apparently been withdrawn.
Oh, everybody like that.
You will die by my hand.
Petty actions. Truth lies in the next world.
Oh, all of a sudden you're shaking your head like you're scared. You were all brave a minute ago. And that's that. Homeboy is dead. Oh, there's somebody else to judge. Now who we got?
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
You were free to rejoin your comrades, and yet you present yourself here.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
Well, I don't think she needs to go to be imprisoned or killed. So we send her to the deep roads. That way she can do something useful.
You feel your life is over. There's a place for such wardens. Sir Ruth, you'll go to the deep roads. Your death may be as quick as you choose.
This sends no message. This is just an end.
Well, that's not what I thought I was going to say. That sucks. I thought her going to the deep roads, like there would actually be a purpose to it. But apparently I just had her sent to her death for no fucking reason. Yay. Crap. Oh well. Didn't really have great... Maybe I could have just refused to judge her in the first place. Damn it. I'm considering reloading and trying that again, because and the only reason why I'm considering that is I don't like that when I sentenced that it completely was not what I thought. Let me just see if I can, if I have a save that's close to this. Alright, 146.36. So if I want to save, so it was an autosave. 146.16 though, milestone. Alright, I'm gonna load this. Hopefully it's right before we judge her. Hey Matt Crowley, welcome. Oh, I'm all the way up here, god damn it. Well, I'm not having that entire conversation with Cole again. Yes. So Matt says the really only good option is if you're faithful and then you give her the Maker's forgiveness and let her go free. Otherwise, all of them suck. Oh, okay. Well, then, what's done is done. Still, yeah, that definitely sucks. I mean, yeah, I didn't have any option to give her Maker's forgiveness, so that apparently I'm not faithful. I don't know what I would have had to do to be faithful, but obviously I don't have it. So yeah, that sucked. Yeah, the only other thing I could consider doing would I say, like, if I just said I'm not going to judge a warden, or if I just let her go free or something, but don't know. Alright, so let's talk to Varric.
We're at the center of everything.
Looking sad.
I knew Stroud, you know, not well. He led the Wardens near Kirkwall. Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
You must be glad that Hawk made it back in one piece.
Yeah, closest thing I've ever seen to a miracle there. Oh, Hawk asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where he's going. I'll have to let Carver know. I'm sure he'll take it well. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
That was a much shorter conversation than I expected. Anything else to say?
Sorry, I really need to write some letters. Another time, all right?
Okay, never mind. You go write your silly letters. You know... And this is soulless. Nope, never mind, I know where I'm going if I go that way. There's the one area which I never remember how the hell to get up there. But the one spot where Vivienne is hanging out. I keep forgetting to go there and try to talk to her.
Though the darkness comes upon me, I shall embrace the light. Heaven has been filled with silence. I knew that, and crossed my heart with shame.
Oh, there's stuff going on in here, huh?
Remember,
Excuse me, everybody. Maker though I am but one, I have called in your name, and those who come to serve will know your glory. I remembered for them, and we'll see what can be gained. And though we are few against the wind, we are yours. Canticle of Trials 5:1. I think I've read that before, but It's been a while if I have. And one of these is a ghost. That's a door that goes nowhere. Hello, Morgan. Anything new to say?
I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, they will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe.
What work have you been doing to help us?
Currently, my efforts are focused on determining what Corypheus is, and from where his power comes. The elven orb he carries is what draws my attention. I wonder if the power he used to tear open the Fade, in fact, came from the orb. Perhaps it is even the source of your anchor. If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well as his weaknesses.
However you can help, it's appreciated.
Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor. Elicit a reaction, and we may yet learn from it.
Okay, thank you.
I'll leave you to the garden.
As you like.
Speaking of leaving someone to the garden, someone's creeping around in the bushes back here. What are you doing? It's a garden gnome.
The blade passed through the flesh. Let my blood touch the ground.
There is a problem that needs your attention, Inquisitor.
Touch their hearts.
Okay.
Let mine be
Is that
the
it?
last sacrifice.
Your worship,
What is your evaluation of our supplies?
we are groaning with resources. A reflection of your competence and inspiration.
Neat.
As you were.
Of course, Inquisitor.
Those who bear false witness and work to deceive others
Okay.
know this. There is but one.
Inquisitor?
Hello? Yeah, I keep forgetting to go up here and talk to Vivian.
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern.
That's
Ordinary
good.
hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
Now, of course we're gonna do it, but logically, we have other shit to worry about.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would do no less for you, after all.
Okay.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Okay.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful.
Vivian
I shall give the
slightly
location of
approves.
its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Now think of that. She slightly approves that I'm going to take on this super deadly, the super deadly wyvern. I shouldn't have anything else critical to say, but ain't ain't that something? Way of the Night Enchanter. Is this a lot? Okay, you guys can read that on your own if you want. Ooh. Remember how that door had always been locked to us? And this is where it goes, yay! Just checking these rooms to see if there's any more of those books. So I'll never remember if I've looked in here or not. A crumpled letter. I probably read this already. My dear Ewan, you have been the light of my life, the song in my heart, for over a year, but the world has changed and both of us with it. How does one live through the rending of the sky and still remain the same? I've seen oblivion through the rifts, and I fear our lives are about to end. You told me the distance between us would be hard to bear, and I said I would never seek the arms of any but yours. I was wrong. I have met someone in Val Royale. She is dark where you are fair. She fills her life with poetry, not battle, and her voice, her tongue trips so sweetly on the trills and flourishes of the Orlesian language. She gives me hope that she will survive this. I'm sorry, I will never forget you. Aurora. Well, what a jerk. Okay, I'm going to assume I never read it before because I can't read it again. Oh yeah, that person sucks. I mean, you don't have to sit there and brag about the new person that you met if you're leaving your former lover. Nobody could get around to fix this room up at all? Really? Come on, people. Come on, people. You could do better than that. Yes, I'm back, Vivian. Hello. Whoa, what's that? Vivian's alchemy notes. Ah, so what is this? A suitable replacement for the Primatus root must be derived, as the plant went extinct during the Second Blight. Dried red moss cut from a wandering hill has shown similar restorative effects. An emulsion of silverite and elfroot extract can counteract the fatal toxicity of red moss. The solution must be heated for exactly 75 minutes with magical flame. Mundane fires, regardless of fuel type, have been found to burn at too low a temperature. The heart of the snowy wyvern must be added at the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light. Even if stored in perfect darkness, it is only viable for 3 days. It begins to degrade in potency in a matter of hours, and experimentation has shown that the age regression effect decreases steadily over time from the moment it is synthesized. By the second day, the results are almost too subtle to detect. By the third, it's entirely useless.
Is this a youth serum? I've never seen alchemy this complex. Where did she get it?
Well, he kind of just said what I was basically going to say. So that obviously we just found out that she's working on some kind of a stay young ceremony. Let's go up and see if we can talk to Leliana. Or if she's still grousing. Oh, here we go.
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes? The explosion at Haven, Fade, escaping the breach. In your report, you said Justinia was with you. But only you emerged in the end. Why? Why were you the only survivor?
She knew it was either her or me. And she wanted me to live.
Of course. Of course she did. That's just like her. Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did you say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember.
I'm sorry, Leliana. That was it.
There are no answers in the Fade. Only illusions. A warped mirror. Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her.
Well, I hope that was the way that I was supposed to go. Sure would suck if it wasn't. Oh, you can fall. Well, that got us down. That hasn't changed.
You got your wish, sort of.
Right. Grey Wardens.
Not so sure you want them now.
Let's just say I'm glad they're moving on.
Oh.
Hey, you.
What's been going on?
Just waiting to get back out there.
I have to go.
Okay, there was an exclamation mark here. But just meaning to go in. A lot of people in here.
What have you done? The oath you have taken is all but broken.
How much did you think?
All is undone. Demons have come to destroy.
Inquisitor?
What's the word out there?
The servants of the Empress sent us a crystal glass full of rose petals cradling a single golden pair. I mean, I assume.
What's the current mood?
Thick with 3 of the 4 humors.
As you were.
Inquisitor?
Okay. Bowl. Ah. We got a little side thing with him.
Again. Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen. Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded big.
All right.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
You fought in that siege. Every demon at Adamant wanted to tear you in half.
I bet, you demon assholes! And who killed you? That's right, Iron fucking Bull! I needed that. Thanks, boss.
You like it rough? I'm not saying that.
And that works for you?
Yep.
All right then.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Let me guess, you're composing a love poem.
I couldn't, not even if my life depended on it.
It's not that hard.
Yes, it is. Poetry takes finesse, it takes grace.
You think you don't have those things?
Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I wasn't there, but others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
You really think it might have been her? A ghost?
A ghost. A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good. Those things are all possible. Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A spirit could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
I believe it was the Divine. She helped us one last time.
I hope that's true. I want to believe it. When they told me you were physically in the Fade, I was terrified for you. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
Interesting place to turn up. There we go. Let's say, really, I can't walk past a chair. I am the mighty Inquisitor, and I cannot walk past a chair. Hello, Surgeon.
I wonder what it is that gives Grey Wardens their legendary skill and stamina. I should like to study one. Would that fine fellow I've seen in your company consent to a careful examination?
Don't know. I think you want to do more than examine him.
Of course.
Inquisitor.
Nothing. Keep waiting for a new mission to pop up with him.
All right, sir. Of course.
Hey.
Heard what went on in that Fade thing? What you think went on? Can't even start to believe that business.
I think a lot of people are having trouble with what went on there.
People going on about visions and piss when real people are gone. Dead, probably. Stroud, yeah? Lost a serious moustache there. And in trade, a busted down bunch of wardens. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
It must have been rough living through the Blight.
Someone yells Darkspawn, and then nothing happens for a long time. Then wardens show up and take your stuff. Or, you know, some prick noble takes your stuff because wardens may ask for it. Then you steal it back. So whatever. The first ones in line to screw everyone weren't Darkspawn. That's all I'm saying. Blackwall's nice, though. Different from the Adamant ones. Need more like him.
Anything else?
You have a problem. That, over there, is a full tavern. But everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging. And they'll fall on their swords before Corypheus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Set a few up, knock a few down. You in or not?
Oh, the pranks.
You have an odd idea of preparation. I need to keep them at their best.
What's best then, Mopey? Constantly ready for death to fall from the gaping hole up there. I know people. Pissed off and fired up is better than dreary bleary. Come on.
She's gonna take that the wrong way. As much as I want to say it, I know it's gonna piss her off.
Lead the way.
What, really?
Really?
I knew you were different. Let's go. Right, General Uptight is gone. Have a search about. What, the desk? Oh, yes. Center of the Empire and all that. What to do, what to do.
All right, Sarah. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. Easy one. Just a slip of something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on, next one. Right. Little lady prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes.
Well, Sarah, what do you have in mind?
Get a bucket. Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you weeks of happy kitchen staff. Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next up. Right, something to get our shadow of birds loosened up. Gotta be something. Have a search. What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe... feed her messengers something gassy? No, bears don't pop. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Go!
That was fun. An inquisitor of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'll start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good, and Coryphanus would never do that. Good thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. Anyway, fun time, Inquisitor. You! Oh, frig. You did it!
You can't go wrong with her laugh. It rules. Okay, exclamation mark. What's up?
Enchanters, the time has come to be alive in the circle of Magi where we will thrive with our brother. Enchanters remind that time will not unwind. The dragon's crooked spine will never straighten into line. What we plead.
No. But you like demons. I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings. It isn't abuse if I ask. Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic.
He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe. If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden mages. And then... I'm not me anymore. Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
Matt Crowley asking, are you going to make him more spirit or more human? I don't know. I didn't even think of that. Tell you what, he's your favorite character. What should I do with him? I'll leave that up to you.
A mage using blood magic could conceivably do that to any one of us, human or demon.
You should ask Solus to bind you too. And then someone can bind him.
We'll find a way to keep you safe without binding you, Cole.
I have a suggestion, if Cole is ready to listen. I recall stories of amulets used by Ravani's seers to protect spirits they summoned from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman.
Good. They will not take me.
Okay, so Matt says make him human. Since I've read the book, I know how miserable he is as a spirit because he wants to be real. Okay, I don't remember how to do that. I'm assuming it's quite later on in the story. Now, once again, where is this question mark? Oh. Well, you know what? I think I had this glitch on the PS3 where the exclamation mark was around the minstrel and I couldn't speak to her. Unless it's just supposed to be me listening to her songs. Crumb, do you say anything different?
Commander Cullen did good work at Adamant. Breached those
Yep.
walls like he'd done it a dozen times. Nice job with the demons, by the way.
I wish there was
We'll
more.
talk later.
Wish there was more you can get out of her. Just because she's a cool character, just like, you know, all of the Chargers, but she's the only one that you can talk to all the time. But she's just always just sitting around. There's no more story, there's no nothing else of interest. That I'm aware of, at least.
Were you there? Did you see what they did?
Oh, yeah.
Recruit, I await the completion of the first of your orders. Only then can you learn to command.
I'm ready to learn what you know.
You have your instruction, Recruit. Return when you have completed your task.
Okay. Bleh. That says you go to the war table and find the amulet, then give it to Cole, and it takes you to Cole's personal quest. You take Verrett's side to make him human, and Krem is a guy, no offense. No, Krem's a woman. Unless I completely misunderstood what they've said a million times, but in fact, in the one conversation that I had, I asked why, like, you know, why Krem poses as a man, and Iron Bull made the point that they don't care about what someone's gender is. That, you know, that was the whole conversation. So Krem is Krem's a woman, but it's well, okay, biologically a woman, but since we're in now the time of gender identity, and I'm not mocking it because I've got a whole lot of friends who are trans and gay and bi and people that identify in different ways, but in terms of gender identity, she identifies as a man and lives her life as a man, but biologically she's a woman. Let's sell a bunch of valuables. You know what? Edge one-handed haft. I'm gonna sell it anyway. Don't really need it. Okay, I only took that for the explicit purpose of selling it. I don't remember if I wanted to keep this or not, but I'm going to. I'll put this away. Oh, Blackwall. Hello, Blackwall. Oh, so this is where we can buy all the crazy mounts. Now, this was another thing that on PS3 became an issue. Now Blackwall's out here. But I remember my last game, at one point, there was something I was supposed to talk to him for a quest, and he completely disappeared. It was very, very strange.
Someone I knew once described Adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. None of the Wardens we saw wavered. They gave their lives willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
At the end of the day, I guess all we can do is try. And hope for the best.
You're right. What matters is that we never give up. Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a Warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Exclamation mark. Why is there an exclamation mark? What is this one? Blackwall. That's what it is. This never popped up. I don't think.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
Not the fireside tale I was expecting, Blackwall.
Just listen. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe?
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
From Haven's Fire, there is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Okay, so I just looked it up because the curiosity has been getting to me regarding Krem. So I'm looking at the Dragon Age Wikipedia page, and well, voiced by Jennifer Hale, voiced by a woman. So it says race human, gender male. But again, I think this falls into gender identity. So if we read the background, it says Krem was born to a Tevinter tailor. Although raised as a girl, Krem realized he was different from the girls that he knew, and would often pretend to shave with his father. After reaching adulthood, Krem's mother began to pressure him to marry the son of a wealthy merchant to save the family from slavery. Krem refused, and his relationship with his mother was destroyed. Now, we're saying he, his, him, using male pronouns, but from what this is saying, we're addressing him as such because that's how he identifies. But clearly, to starting with, this was... Oh, well, you know what? I'll just continue reading because it explains in here. But as I'm saying, he was a girl, and just realized that he was different than the other girls because, well, he didn't identify as one. So next paragraph. Sometime later, a Deventer magister, in an attempt to save the poor from the cold, had his slaves make clothes and sell them for almost nothing. Although the magister likely saved many people from freezing, Krem's father was put out of business and was forced to sell himself into slavery to save his family. After his father's sacrifice, Krem joined the army, but since women's roles in the Tevinter military are heavily restricted, Krem concealed his transgender status by bribing the healer who performed military physicals. His charade went on for several years, but when the healer was called away on duty, the new healer discovered Krem's secret and reported him to the authorities. Faced with the threat of slavery or execution, being transgender isn't a crime in Tevinter, but falsifying military documents is. Krem ran, but was caught in a border town's tavern by a Tevinter tribune and his men. As the tribune and his men attacked Krem for deserting, to make an example out of him, the Iron Bull came to Krem's defense, losing his eye when he came in between Krem and a Tevinter's flail. Afterwards, the Iron Bull healed Krem's injuries and asked if he wanted a job. So, there it is. Trivia things. It says, Krem is the first transgender character to appear in a BioWare game. Although Maevaris Tilani debuted in Dragon Age Those Who Speak, and Serendipity appeared in Dragon Age 2, the former has yet to appear in-game, and the latter is intended to be a drag queen and not a trans woman. So, that's that. So, again, biologically, Krem's a woman, identifies as a male, so she's transgendered. He's transgendered. I should refer to him as he, but at any rate, that's what I said in the episode a while back. It's one of the things that I love about this game is that you do have a character, you do have Krem, and that BioWare addresses without making a big deal out of transgender identity and all that stuff. Like, it's part of Krem's backstory, but it's not like this big thing where it's like, oh, you know, they don't go over the top with it. It's like, now this just happens to be who Krem is. This is Krem's background. That's it. You know, you hear the story, and even though your character has the opportunity to ask, like, are you a woman? Like, you straight up have that option to ask. I didn't ask that because I just went on assuming that I knew better. But, yeah, I don't know. Super interesting, and like I said, I love the fact that they address it in the first place. Real quick, there's Inquisitor's Path. Way of the Night Enchanter. What do I have to do here? Do I have everything I need now? Craft a hilt to hold a spirit blade. Study the methods required to wield the blade, and Commander Helene will reveal. Alright, so I have to craft the spirit blade hilt, which I can now do because I didn't have enough wisp essence before. So let's go do that. Because we're going to get ourselves on the path to the path of being a knight enchanter.
Mix and match, pick your batch.
What the heck? I guess I'm supposed to do this on a requisition table or something.
Serve the Lord who loaded his catapults with anvils.
Where am I supposed to build this? Where am I supposed to do this? Wait, take... I should have read this whole thing. Craft a hilt to hold a spirit blade. Study the methods required to wield the blade, and Commander Helene will reveal the secrets of the Knight Enchanter specialization. Take the essence from wisps at the Old Thoroughfare, the Weeping Spires, and Granite Point in the Fallow Mire. Readings can be found among the belongings of followers who share the discipline, or, if unavailable, among the wares of the book merchant in Val Royeaux. While a mage can only truly specialize in one style, studying others can still be of considerable benefit. Acquire writing on Knight Enchanter methods. So technically I have to go to the book merchant in Val Royeaux. Because obviously I haven't found it. Readings can be found among the belongings of followers who share this discipline. But that would be Vivian, and I didn't see this amongst her stuff. Alright, so I guess let's go to Val Royeaux. And speak to a merchant, but I don't know which one the book merchant is, but we'll figure it out. Wait. The hell is going on with his picture? And I can't take Blackwall with me, because he's not welcome in Orlais. Not that it matters, we're not going to get in any fights in Val Royeaux. At least I don't think. And this is going to be the last thing I do. Because this is way more than 2 hours already. Alright. Speaking of being way over 2 hours, would people prefer that I just try to do 1 hour clips, or does everyone not mind hitting 2 hours plus from time to time? So I generally try to keep it to an hour, but sometimes, especially late at night, it doesn't work out that way. Okay, so obviously this is not a book dealer. Hello.
It is a wonder to see how high your reach extends, Inquisitor. I hope to help in some small way.
Okie doke. Books, you got books? You sell books? Things I should look into. What do you sell?
Now open in Val Royeaux, the wares of my kin imported from as far as the Hunter Horns. We haven't sold here in a long time, but with the Inquisition, there's money to be made.
Indeed. Alright, well, I didn't think any of those would do the trick, so let's go around. Whoop! I was wrong, some shit's happening.
For your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Who's this man to Blackwall? A brother? A friend?
Poor bastard. So, where's food? Orlesians always stock these things.
Proceed.
Stop!
That's why we couldn't bring Blackwall.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Blackwall! No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
What? I don't remember this at all. I did better, what? Yeah, I don't remember this. So... Holy crap.
I don't have a concern about this Corypheus or what have you. The right hand will be the right.
Can you believe it? Tom Rainier himself.
Perhaps you should amend your tone.
You must know something about Rainier.
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say, say them now. It's a damned mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing. Guess not.
Well, this is quite the development. They said the apples that grow near the gallows will be better. I've read this before. Maybe not. The apples that grow near the gallows will be bitter on the tongue of a lover who will betray. It is also said, although by different people entirely, that unripened fruit should not be the only consideration when investigating matters of fidelity. The latter are lonely most evenings among the arbors of the summer bazaar. I'm still all confused over this whole thing with Tom Rainier. Crazy. Hello, Barnabas.
Make your purchase quickly, please. They say you are disruptive.
Oh, that's rude. So what other... I've been to all of these, so I need to go and check out these merchants, and I have to go this way anyway. Right? It's possible that I did this mission, but I don't remember it. This is wild.
There is no doubt. Captain Tom Rainier.
He wore the shield.
That is concerning, yes.
Concerning? He's a butcher.
And what do we sell here? Plaque reads, "Here at the heart of the bazaar, we offer the finest artisanal pieces for the boudoir, both shop and museum. Our merchandise is modeled on the tastes of our most glorious rulers of the past. Rest well, compatriots. Rest, nation Orlais." So the book dealer has to be around the corner.
Be careful.
Yeah, I will. Still trying to do some shopping. Books? Who's selling books? One of you selling books. Well, you know what? Buy all of them. Might as well. Oh no, is this going to go through every single one of these? A well-worn quarterly missive of suspect virtue. Well, anyone interested in reading? Here you go. And the end of this episode is going to be a whole lot of craziness. Man, I bought way too many of these. Crap. Does anybody really want to see all of these? So I think I'm just going to skip through them. In fact, I'm going to. Okay, so... God damn it. So somebody then, one of my followers, has readings about this, which the only one that it could be would be Vivienne, because she's the one said to be a knight enchanter. But I thought I'd have read it, but I guess not. Okay, well, whatever. I just bought a whole bunch of books for nothing. Alright, but let's go see what this whole Blackwall Tom Rainier thing is. Let's finish this little side quest up. All this craziness here. And then whenever we get this figured out, then I'm going to take a break. I shouldn't even say take a break. I'll be done for now. Alright. This is kind of familiar.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
You saved that man. That took courage.
Courage? I killed innocent people. Destroyed Mornay's life and the lives of others like him. One moment of courage will not make up for that. Why are you here?
I needed you to know you aren't alone in this.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
Is that it?
Yes.
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valchavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a darkspawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
It was a heroic act, stepping between you and a darkspawn.
I wasn't worthy. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valchavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there was no proof that I'd been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the Wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed. Why?
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, Ulf Gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question. Just as your men trust you.
Our men follow me because they believe our cause is righteous.
They believe it because that's what you tell them.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. But you're right. There was no need for what I did.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes.
There's another thing I'm wondering. Yes. I'm wondering, did I have to go? Alright, well. That's something. Black wall only. Funny that this is here. Oh, I have to actually go out.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Oh, Cullen's right here. Thought I had to go all the way back to Skyhold.
Let me guess. Our spy master had this lying around somewhere, didn't she?
It would have been difficult for anyone to connect Blackwall to Rainier. Even Liliana has something of a blind spot when it comes to wardens. What do we do now? Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
He wanted to change. To prove that he'd really left his past behind, he had to face up to it.
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
I must have done this. Because I don't think that Blackwall ever disappeared from my party. It's just crazy how I don't remember this at all, because this is a pretty major thing. Okay. Go to Skyhold. And we deal with this mess at Skyhold. And if the judgment comes up already, then even better. The funny thing, too, is if we're going to judge him, why in the hell would we, like, screw him over, basically? Like, why would we... Like, why would we kill him or anything like that? I don't know, it's just very... Okay, so he's not ready yet, so I guess we gotta do... Oh, so I'm not even done with that one, huh? Order the advisors to find a way to release Rainier from prison. Alright, well, hold on, let's talk to Varric, see what's up.
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or... what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Your name is Bianca.
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
Any friend of Varric's is welcome here.
Be careful saying things like that. Some of his friends you don't want to meet. Oh, maybe you do. Who am I to judge?
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartrand's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a deep roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the deep roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
If it's such a secret, how do you know about it, Bianca?
I told her. Right after the expedition, I wrote and told Bianca what we found. I had artifacts that needed buyers, and she had more contacts that would pay for them. Plus, I owed her.
You can get there from Orlais. It's a long way to the free marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such. Some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Ooh, Varric.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Okay, not right now. I like the mission. Well, shit.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
No.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
We're well loved in Orlais. Say the words and Empress Celine will send her support.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus's followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After Adamant, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds and sent them marching south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
They've terrorized Thedas long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one.
Oregon.
Fortunately, I can assist.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you. This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
It's beautiful in its way.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Really, we're doing this now? I just wanted to go to the war table to end some missions and send some other missions out. Wasn't expecting this to happen. God damn it. We'd have another 3-hour-long video.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
Is this place dangerous? It feels...
Unnatural, yes. We are, however, in no immediate peril. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key?
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Crazy developments. So that snap sound that was my shoulder popping. But it's a very interesting concept of having these crazy giant mirrors, and that's how these ancient elves would get from location to location without needing to use any traveling. How they were always in these remote areas that nobody could get to. And that's how the elves could get to them, and no one else was able. And that's what this room is all about. Alright, god damn it. Oop. And we're getting close to our tally of books. Alright, you know what? Nope. Not the way.
There was no word for heaven or for earth or
Alright, we'll talk to Mother Giselle another time.
all that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out. The first word. And his word became only might be. And he shall judge their lives.
Inquisitor.
Gonna look around Vivian's area, see if that book is here and we just totally missed it.
My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you. You know as well as I how far the Inquisition's influence has spread, and how desperate the Grand Clerics have become. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new Divine.
I thought that might be coming after the Grand Ball.
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote, but our actions will certainly influence the Grand Clerics. To sit on the Sunburst throne, a candidate should have grace, charm, and a will of solid steel. Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
What would your ideal Divine do with her power?
The most important thing, of course, is the restoration of the Circles and the Templar Order. The institutions that have protected Thedas for ages must be rebuilt, and the malcontents utterly crushed. We cannot allow anarchists to threaten the lives of the innocent. After we have restored sanity to the world, there will be time to address voices of dissent.
Where can we find candidates outside of the Chantry? There must be someone other than Liliana or Cassandra.
The Chantry is already desperate. They would not look to unordained women if they had any choice. You may have better luck searching the halls of the Imperial Court. There are many women serving the Empire who have the necessary presence and acumen.
Liliana might be a better choice than Cassandra, don't you think?
Leliana is a well-meaning fool. She will do irreparable harm to countless people in the name of freedom. She proposes to abolish the circles with nothing but a solemn promise from mages not to murder children. When an angry mage lashes out inside a tower, villages aren't destroyed. The circle protects us all. Mages will die and take ordinary men with them in a war that cannot be won. Consider carefully, Inquisitor. Everything we do is a sign from the Maker to those who seek one.
You know, you didn't have to get all shitty about it by disapproving just because I asked you a question. See, she doesn't have... She doesn't have anything up here. And this is Vivian's... This is her place. Well, I'm gonna have to look that up because obviously it's not doing me any good here. Jump, boing, clunk. Let's try this again. Hopefully we don't go through another long cutscene and get dragged around to do more crazy stuff. Doesn't look like it. Good. Oh, now Morgan is joining us. Okay, restore the port on the Storm Coast. Your worship, work on the port is underway. We trust you will be pleased with the results. Ivor of the Blades. Judgment, the death of good Sir Ruth. Oh, shit. And there's what Matt Crowley was talking about. Harvest of History. So we'll send somebody on this mission, and we'll send someone on the good Sir Ruth mission. First, bestow Morning Hollow. Sister Liliana. Everything went according to plan. The Hollow was brought in under banners, and the villagers of Red Crossing believe they have been given the honor of keeping hostage a hollow that is sacred to the Dalish because of their proud history. The Dalish have no idea that their gift of mourning is being taken as a trophy won in victory. But if it cools tempers on both sides, so much the better. Both Red Crossing and the Dalish have been most grateful. Peddler. Chromatic Greatsword. I'll have to check that out. And continue investigation. A letter to Commander Cullen with information on the apostate. The Mortalatasi is said to be friendly with both the dwarf and the Ferelden, and a circle member in good standing, according to all accounts. Okay. Now... Rainier's release. An alternative. But I don't know which... Okay, I'm trying to figure out something here. Okay, so if we use connections, we can have Blackwall brought to us. Let's do that. Dispossession came, few questions asked. What passed in Halam Sharal is fresh in their minds. Rainier awaits your judgment. New area unlocked. Really? Okay. Amulet for Cole. Regardless of whether Cole is a demon or a spirit, he remains vulnerable to Venatori binding magic. The Amulet of the Unbound, used by Ravani seers, is said to protect spirits from such magic. However, finding such an amulet in this part of the world will be difficult. Well,
Inquisitor.
Liliana, take care of that. And then Judgment, the death of good Sir Ruth. The disgraced Grey Warden Sir Ruth wishes to make good on your judgment, Inquisitor. She has asked for assistance in reaching one of the deeper recesses of the Deep Roads, so that her premature calling might serve a greater good. Laudable, but any expedition to the Deep Roads comes with considerable risk. I suggest an invitation over an escort. Our dwarven contacts would welcome the chance to bolster their forces with a warden on her calling. Many of our soldiers lost family to the Blight. I've no doubt many would volunteer to escort the Warden. My concern is that they would not stop at escorting.
Inquisitor.
Okay. No other missions. History. A letter from the Inquisition, apothecary Helen Vimal, directed to the Inquisition. Oh, you can tell I'm getting tired. The Inquisitor alone. Inquisitor, I am not, by several estimations of character, a nice person, as they say. One must have a past to carve a future. Did you say that? Perhaps I should clarify that I say that, and for my own reasons I am here, and I serve. I trust that you see the value in that, and would invest in protecting it. Certain resources of mine are at the hands of another. Said person helped create my recipes. The value of my work is lessened if it is duplicated elsewhere. It is not a matter of recovery so much as denial. Who knows who might receive benefit of this brewing doppelganger? If you are free to ignore the situation, but would it not be better for the resources of the Inquisition to be unique? If this person were simply gone, the location of a freehold follows, and the name Isthmus Goodson. Okay.
All right.
Then that'll be done. All right, we can leave here. Boing. Boing. Alright, hold on. We actually acquired the greatsword itself, or... I guess we did. Holy crap. That does a lot of damage. Holy smokes. And on a hit, it does additional random elemental damage. Crazy. Alright, so that's for fire damage. Where is Vivian? But I could give it a better rune to make it do more damage. Or... yeah, I could just make it, I could just hook it up to be stronger, and then I can take that and use it myself if need be.
Blessed are the righteous, the light and...
And this will be judgment for Blackwall, I'm assuming.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
Your life is mine now.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
I wish there'd been another way, but my options were limited.
You could have left me there. I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
I own you. Apparently there was another choice. Probably if I took the, or maybe there wasn't, I don't know. Well, of course we're gonna free him.
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were, or the warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for. If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your post, Tom Rainier.
Okay, so now he's officially joined the Inquisition. Because before, he had even mentioned that he hadn't officially joined. And now he has. So, ba-boom. Consequences of Blackwall's lie. Oy. Alright, well, the last thing that we're gonna do is, oh yes, we're absolutely giving this to Blackwall. I think this is his reward. That's interesting. Doesn't seem to have a blade. Okay then. Alright, anyway, this is long overdue, but we are done with this stream. So, holy moly, this was another long one. But whoever stuck through this whole thing, I don't know if Matt Crowley's still there, or if you finally passed out. Anyone else that's been watching, I don't know if you've been able to stick it out the whole time. Once again, even just comment on the videos. Instead of in the live stream comment, just go back to the video and make a comment somewhere. And on this or any other. And let me know if you'd rather that I just try to stick to hour-long videos, even if it means that after an hour, and even if we're right in the middle of something, that I end it and then continue it right away on another video, because we can do that. So just whatever's easiest for you guys. You know, if you don't care and you don't mind just watching the video, you know, that are very long, or if you'd rather have smaller videos so you can watch them in chunks. You know, watch the story in chunks and not have to try to remember where you were to go back if you only watch an hour and then you got 2 more hours to watch, like this one. But you let me know. Let me know what you guys prefer, and we'll try to adhere to that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this long ass video. Lots of stuff went down. Yeah, lots of stuff went down. So anyway, that's it for now. So until the next one, peace.